If you're smart, you need to be writing online. I've spoken to hundreds of people who have fantastic ideas to share, but they never get started because they're overthinking it. There are thousands of people out there who would benefit from your ideas, but they only happen if you start putting yourself out there. I know this because 6 years ago I was a dentist and I was constantly overthinking creating content, but I've now managed to attract over 280,000 readers. My only mistake was not starting sooner. In this video, you'll watch an interview with me and a client, a smart dude who has plenty to offer, but is getting stuck on some of the basic fundamentals like platform, what am I writing about, who am I writing to, how to get over the fear of judgment. If you find yourself overthinking content, then this video is for you.
So,
enjoy.
Okay, so I haven't really gone deeper in this, but I was, many of my friends with whom I work with, pretty much on a coaching, self-doubt, self-improvement space. So most of them are in the Instagram place, right? So they are more into video-based platform rather than writing.
Mm-hmm.
I was a bit curious, but for myself, I would like to write more. It's pretty much in the early days, but I would like to write more so that I can kind of learn how to get my ideas through, more clarity in my thought. It just helps me personally. So I'm a bit confused as to, right, and I can do the writing if need be for myself. But if it comes to the one true fan thingy, they are mostly in the Instagram space. So I was a bit confused as to which platform does it work. Is it something I do for myself in Substack, Thread? Maybe Thread is kind of part of Instagram, right, to some extent.
Yeah.
Or I just do video.
Yeah. You mentioned at the start that the coaches are mostly creating video content.
Yeah.
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 I mean, in this specific instance, anecdotally, I mean, like the self-doubt, confidence, decision-making stuff.
Meditation and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a pretty big space for the writing market for that too.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I always say that like Joe Hudson is writing, and he ever says video content too. So it's a combination, but you can probably just write if you wanted to. Is what I'm saying here.
Right.
But then you have other options. So yes, platform choice. On Instagram, I mean, you can build a brand on Instagram that's not video focused. Because it can be text-based, right? It's like you take screenshots of the writing in carousels. And then also, I'm not hot on my Instagram tactics. Like I haven't been on it in a few months, but you have like, you have like your 8-second clips, but then the writing, the caption is the writing. There's ways you can do that. And then if you actually want to do a bit of video too, then you can do a bit of both, which can be quite useful. You can obviously, if you're thinking, okay, no, it has to be video. Well, the first part of video is writing. A lot of people, when they do video content, they riff completely unscripted, and you can tell lots of ums, ahs, backwards, forwards, all that crap. But if it's written first, then you're basically reading out your post, and it comes off a lot more concise and crisp. And so you can kind of scratch your writing itch there too. Is it Instagram you want to be on?
Sorry?
Is it Instagram you want to be on as a platform?
Yeah, down the line, yeah, I would love to. I know I'm just saying based on the bunch of friends I have who kind of like the stuff I talk about, they are pretty much in Instagram, right?
Okay, cool.
So they get to see videos more, and they're pretty much on Instagram always, to be frank.
Yeah, sure. And I would love to ask more about down the line. What does that mean?
When I say down the line, when I have a clarity on what I'm doing. So right now, like I talk about many things based on what's the problem with my friends, right? It's not like, to be frank, I'm not really nailed on my exact one true fan who has a one problem, one solution, that thing, it's like,
Sure.
Once I get that, then I know like really what I'm offering. Then I can get to that space. But as of now, like you said, I'll be just talking stuff which makes no sense, maybe,
Okay.
Yeah.
What if I was to tell you that you won't figure that out before you start? What happens then?
So you're saying I can figure it out only if I start. Is that what I'm saying?
I'm challenging you to maybe think that, because I mean, look, if you're still debating whether you're going to be writing about like wealth, relationships, and health, then yeah, maybe you need to do a little bit of thinking. But you've come on and you've named a few topics that fit into a certain sort of topic, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like you have some ideas you really want to share. And all I'll say is my main regret in my whole writing career is the fact that it took me like 2 years to start.
Right.
I kind of knew what I like, as in like I like decision making, I like philosophy, I like sales, I like marketing, and I was like, I don't really know what I'm going to write about. I don't know what my thing is. You know, I don't have the habits of James Clear. I don't have the stoicisms of Ryan Holiday. Like, so I was just like, oh, something will happen. But the only, or like the fastest way, much faster way to find the stuff you like to write about is actually hitting publish. For two reasons. Firstly, yes, you might get audience signal. So people were like, okay, this was kind of cool, and you might double down. But that takes a little while anyway. So while you're figuring it out, no one's going to be reading. But it's the second signal that I think is really important, and it is a sign or an action of putting yourself out there, of being like, I take my ideas seriously, and that's why I'm publishing them. And actually, the fact that you don't know, I mean, you said self-doubt, right, as one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do we do when we have lots of self-doubt? Like, we freeze.
Yeah. I mean, like, we don't take action and procrastinate pretty much.
Yeah. And like, what's a smart person's procrastination? It's figuring it out, right?
Exactly. Planning it. Keep planning.
Yeah. And
I keep doing that. I'll be pretty much, to be frank, that's where I am actually. So pretty much planning. Action hasn't been taken. Hence the reason, I have this kind of a thought like, okay, let's start writing maybe, right? And like you said earlier, writing means thinking. You get more clarity on what you want to do.
Yeah.
And that's where down the line, when I mentioned that, was like, as I do more writing, I may get further clarity. And then when I know really what it is, then I can translate that into videos maybe, which is Instagram and stuff. And that's the thing I was going in my head.
Yeah. And again, it's not a bad plan. We want to reduce the down the line gap. And I think even especially for your topic, starting scrappy, the way you do this thing will end up being the thing. So what I mean by that is that like the journey of writing is very therapeutic in that like it will teach you the lessons that you're trying to teach other people. And that's kind of like universal with it. I found with people, it's like I've had clients that want to get into like the finance side, right? And then the finance advice is about little investments, compounding, all of this. And I'm like, it's writing. The same advice. You're not following your own advice. And so if I was in your shoes, and I have clients that are in your shoes, what I always ask people is just like, what is the smallest experiment we can do that turns the planning into something that is getting produced, something that's just a little signal that we're more outside of the comfort zone. Right. So, for example, Aaron, you don't have to do this one, but if you go on my Instagram, I actually don't know what's on there, but I think it's okay. Like it usually has a picture of some words and then 100 words of writing.
Right.
You could do the exact same thing. Let's say a 30-day experiment, kind of what we're doing now, and say, okay, I'm going to write 30 quick ideas. Just like see what happens. No one's going to read. Most of it will suck. But by the end, you would have posted 30 times. And within that, you're like, actually, that wasn't so bad. and actually it's kind of fun to hit publish instead of just like thinking about writing. Sometimes when I give this advice, actually pretty much all the time, there is now a block in your head. The next obstacle, like for me, it was always, my God, what are my friends going to think?
Yeah.
What comes up for you?
Yeah, surely that comes in. Many of my friends ask why you're not posting anything. So surely that's in the top of the list.
Oh, okay. So they want you to be writing.
Yeah, they want me to actually make videos. I mean, like videos in the sense, like, like you need to put stuff out there. And I remember doing that like nearly 2-3 years ago. Some videos I just pretty much chat GPT, copy paste, and blabbered something. They're like, "Wow, you should do more videos." And I'm like, "I'm not gonna do that again." I was a bit scared, So yeah, surely, people around me will start commenting, saying stuff.
Yeah. So what made you stop the videos? You didn't like them, or?
Yeah, surely. I mean, like, kind of, I wasn't really the content, I would say. Like, I was just randomly posting stuff. So, like I said, there wasn't no strategy, there was no thought to it. I was just saying stuff which, frankly, I myself don't use them.
Okay.
So I would say I was actually just experimenting to see how it is. So I was just recording videos and posting just to see how it feels. So it's more of lack of clarity, I would say, which made me stop. I wasn't really sure what's going on.
So the experiment showed you that there was a lack of clarity.
Yeah. Like I didn't know what to talk about and what topic, what content do I need to speak on. So I wasn't really sure.
Yeah. And that was 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
If you had carried on, do you think you would know what you'd be talking about right now?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I used to think that. Yeah, true.
Yeah. That's it. Like it's just how it goes, right? I would be the same. Like if I'd started writing when I wanted to write, I'd probably be in a very different spot where I'd be right now.
Yeah.
It sounded like the order of doubts that you listed, the third one was the one that jumped out at me when you said I was saying stuff that I didn't use.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that is performing. And it's already hard enough putting yourself out there, but putting yourself out there with shit you don't care about, like it's just like, well, this isn't even worth suffering for.
Yeah.
And so as a strategy, you're not going to have clarity. Let's just accept the clarity it comes after the work. But we need a strategy to make that clarity emerge. And so I think what would be good for you, mate, is number one, 100%, if you want to start with writing, just start with writing. If you feel like that's going to help you think it through, you can, in 3 months' time, film all the content that you enjoyed. No problem. So like minimize the friction. Writing is obviously a lower friction than video, if you think so. Number two is that what are we going to do with this content then? And one of my favorite things, and you kind of touched on this at the start, to make writing worth it before other people pay attention is to write to yourself, to teach yourself in public, to use it as a note to self. Because what happens there, if you're just saying stuff that you find interesting, let's say to Aaron of 6 months ago, or maybe 3 years ago, when like maybe you could have done with an encouraging kick up the arse, then you're going to be learning those lessons right now. For one, there is actually a strategy because there is someone in mind, and the advice is going to be like, let's say in 30 days, you're like, oh, 7 of these posts spoke about taking action.
Yeah.
Kind of a bit of my vibe right now. And it's just you and you. So like the world can look in, but it's just you and you. I think that is just enough. Because with especially with the writing, and the path is going to reveal itself the more you walk.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. The planning isn't really walking. It's looking at the map.
Yeah. Yeah, doing that for a while. I was, one of the things I had was the platform as such. Is it worth? I hear a lot about Thread, which is the writing version of Instagram, isn't it? Substack is something seems to be a good one to go with.
Mm-hmm.
Do you reckon Thread is a good platform coming up? I just want to get a feel of what does it look like in the market, especially for niche like which I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm saying Thread because it's kind of the other version of Instagram video platform. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm not sure how actively it's used.
Yeah. I'd be hesitant to give you. I don't know. As in the problem with platforms is stuff changes so much.
Yeah.
And really, it's kind of your one true fan you need to be asking. And so you said your friends, like, they're on Instagram and they're sort of the people you want to speak to at first.
Exactly. Yeah.
Substack right now is very good for writing.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I can say. I think my Threads audience is the same size as my Instagram audience, and we're just posting whatever I post on Substack and on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the thing with Instagram is that, yes, you do need to upload the picture, right? And so if you were just thinking, I just want the least amount of friction, then Threads or Substack or LinkedIn, Instagram. But yeah, there's no kind of black or white answer with it. The best platform is going to be the one that you stick to for 3 years. And so where do you like to be? Where do you consume content is a very good question to ask.
Right.
Do you use Thread?
Thread, no. I don't. Yeah, I don't use Thread. Surely Instagram I do use. I do Instagram. And when it comes to long form content, like reading emails and stuff, Substack, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I would say Substack and Instagram is what I pretty much use. And
yeah.
Kind of, I can see myself there. But it's just those short form content. I know there's notes in Substack which helps to just get people, right? Like X has it. Yeah. But I'm not sure how big is Substack in comparison to Thread or even X.
Yeah. Oh, Instagram is much
bigger. Exactly.
Yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean a good thing. Oh, as in like small can also be good.
Okay.
Small can also be good. Because then you're in a smaller like pond, right? But yeah, you don't use Threads, so don't worry about Threads for now.
Okay.
Actually, the decision, like I said, for you, the most important thing is what platform I'm writing on. It's can I write? Can I produce?
Yeah.
Because, for example, let's say you decided, okay, I'm going to do Substack first. After like 90 days on Substack, if you were to post a note a day and write a little bit more long form, you can very much just take all of that and post it on Instagram within like a week. And so I would just come back to that because it's like we get back into the planning bit again. Yeah. I do it. I'm doing it right now with my business. Like it's stuff I want to do, and I'm like, oh, what's my new newsletter name going to be called? And I'm like, no. You need to write 20 emails about the new topic first, and then you get to decide the name. We always do it. It's always like trying to control the outcome, but like I think for you, just pick one, man. Instagram or Substack. To yourself, start showing some ideas, try use the prompts that we've done, and it's this experiment mentality.
Right.
Like there's no failing. It's just like even if the experiment shows you that you find it very uncomfortable because you don't know what your thing is, then that's a great signal of being like, okay, the next month I'm going to pick 2 topics instead of 10 or whatever.
True.
Does that help?
Yeah, sure. It was very useful. I had one more. a quick one, if you have time.
I think so. Yeah. No one's got the hand
Just a
up.
quick one. I was trying to post that in the circle as the next question, but I'll just ask since you're here. So I was going through I think it was week 2. Yeah, week 2, I believe, the framework thinking, the template. So I could see that you mentioned the hook, explanation, problem, the invitation. So I kind of see that does that fit under the short form content, because you have some set number of words in the short form content, right? This seems to be going a bit longer. So my question is, can we use the same format even for a short form content?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's a sentence, then like, well, technically it's the same. Like, if I was to say something like, don't follow the crowd, follow your curiosity. I mean, it's like it's very truncated, so it's not going to have connection explanation. Exactly. But it still is actually a problem. I don't follow the crowd, and it is still a solution, which is follow your curiosity. Okay. But 100%, you know, so it's a very normal tweet format where you have your opening line, meet someone where they're at. So you might say like, well, we can take that one. It's like, you know, stop following the crowd. Explanation, I might say, you think you need to do what everyone does, but then you get stuck with disappointing results like everyone else.
Right.
Instead, follow your curiosity. Okay. It will lead you where you want to go, and that's like 30 words.
Okay. Right. Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, because
you can go as deep you want, as simple as you want in that sense.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thanks. Good. Yeah.
So when do I see your post? Is that Monday?
Yeah, no, sure. You know, so I'm right now going through. I'm just jumping into week 3 content, the class thing which you have.
Yeah.
So hopefully, yes, I am. I don't know how. Yes, I want to throw it out. I want to throw out something there, you know, to get the game going. It's just those crazy thoughts come in. It's not good. It's all that stuff. So just need to get it.
Yeah. Well, good. Like, let all that crazy stuff come up. Maybe it's true, you know, and that's fine too. That's fine too. I'll just to wrap up, but like the one thing I always remind myself is that like you're gonna post it, it's probably gonna suck. You're not gonna know what the purpose of it behind it is. All of these things. By posting, you've now left the crowd, because even though it feels busy creating content, the amount of people who are still thinking about creating content is infinitely times more.
Yes.
And so you've stepped into like the nicer part, and then it's just continuing.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see a post from you on Monday.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll get something out then. Sure.
Cool, man. Thanks, let me know what platform you decide, and then and I'll give you some feedback, and we can start. Feedback will help a lot.
Exactly.
I can tell you what's cool and where you're nailing it and where you can improve.
Brilliant. Thanks, man. That's useful.
Yeah. Great.